Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that one simple addition to your morning coffee could help restore your energy, confidence, and vitality, even if you're in your 70s or 80s? And no, I'm not talking about a supplement, a pill, or some expensive powder. I'm talking about something backed by science, something that supports one of the most important systems in your body, your blood vessels. You see, as men get older, there's one silent issue that often sneaks up on them: poor circulation. It starts quietly. Maybe you feel more tired than usual, or you don't recover as quickly after exercise. You might notice your hands or feet feel colder, or your morning energy just isn't what it used to be. What's really happening inside is that your blood vessels, the highways that deliver oxygen and nutrients everywhere, are slowly losing their flexibility. The inner lining, called the endothelium, begins to wear down. When that happens, your ability to make a powerful molecule called nitric oxide declines. Nitric oxide is your body's natural vasodilator, meaning it helps your blood vessels relax and open wide so blood can flow easily. When nitric oxide levels drop, blood flow becomes restricted. And this doesn't just affect your heart, it affects your brain, your muscles, and yes, your overall vitality. So, what if I told you that the key to restoring this vital molecule might already be sitting in your kitchen? And it pairs perfectly with your morning coffee. Now, before I reveal what that ingredient is, I want you to understand why your coffee is actually one of the best delivery systems for it. Coffee, when used right, is much more than just caffeine. It's packed with antioxidants called polyphenols, which support blood vessel health, protect the endothelium, and fight oxidative stress, one of the main reasons our blood flow declines with age. But when you combine coffee with the right natural compound, something remarkable happens. The antioxidants in coffee amplify the body's nitric oxide production. That means better circulation, more oxygen to your tissues, and a noticeable improvement in how you feel, think, and move throughout the day. The beauty of this approach is that it's simple. You don't need to overhaul your diet or take multiple supplements. You just tweak what you're already doing, drinking your morning coffee, and make it work harder for your body. I'll share exactly what to add in a moment, but I want to emphasize something first. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about helping your body restore its natural functions. You see, the body has an incredible ability to repair itself, even at 80 or beyond. Your blood vessels can regenerate. Your cells can respond to new nutrients. And your metabolism can shift back toward youthful function, if you give it the right signals. In my research, and in studies from institutions around the world, certain natural compounds have been shown to awaken the body's own nitric oxide pathways. When that happens, your circulation improves, your heart and brain perform better, and your vitality returns naturally. And yes, you can start that process with your first cup of coffee tomorrow morning. In the next part, I'll show you exactly what ingredient you should add to your coffee, how it works inside your body, and why clinical research shows it can help men over 50, even 70 or 80, reclaim energy and performance like never before. Now let's talk about that one simple addition to your coffee that can make a real difference in your circulation and vitality. Cocoa powder. Yes, the same natural ingredient that comes from the cacao bean, the source of dark chocolate, holds a surprising amount of power when it comes to improving blood flow, supporting nitric oxide, and enhancing energy. But before you think I'm talking about a sugary hot chocolate, let's be clear. I'm talking about unsweetened, pure cocoa powder, the kind that's rich in plant compounds called flavonols. Flavonols are one of nature's most potent circulation boosters. These compounds stimulate the inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, to produce more nitric oxide. And as we mentioned before, Nitric oxide helps your arteries relax and expand, improving oxygen and nutrient delivery throughout your body. In clinical research, flavonols from cocoa have been shown to increase blood flow to the brain and heart, lower blood pressure, and enhance vascular elasticity, all essential for maintaining vitality as you age. Now, why combine it with coffee? Because coffee's natural antioxidants, like chlorogenic acid, protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. When you drink coffee with cocoa flavonols, the two work together to give your body a longer, lasting nitric oxide boost. It's like adding a turbocharger to your circulation. One study from the University of Reading found that just 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder per day significantly improved blood vessel function in older adults. Another study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that cocoa flavonols could reverse age-related stiffness in arteries, something many people assume is just part of getting old. But here's what makes it even more interesting. Your blood vessels have memory. When you support them regularly with the right nutrients, they remember how to stay open and flexible. That means daily habits matter far more than one-time efforts. So, adding cocoa to your coffee each morning isn't just a treat, it's a daily microdose of vascular medicine. Let's make it practical. Here's what I recommend. When you brew your coffee in the morning, add about 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder to your cup. Stir it well, and if you like, add a dash of cinnamon or a touch of stevia for taste. This simple blend, coffee plus cocoa, delivers a synergistic effect that helps your body produce and preserve nitric oxide. Over time, you may notice better circulation, more stable energy, and even improved clarity and endurance. Now, some people might ask, can I just eat dark chocolate instead? That's a fair question. You can, but most commercial chocolates are high in sugar and low in the actual flavonols you need. So unless you're choosing a very dark, high cacao variety, 85% or higher, you won't get the same effect. Cocoa powder, on the other hand, gives you a concentrated, sugar-free source of these powerful compounds. And when mixed with coffee, it becomes a kind of functional drink, supporting your heart, brain, and circulation in one cup. Think of it this way: your morning coffee can do more than just wake you up. It can actually tune up your blood vessels for the day ahead, helping your body deliver oxygen more efficiently, stabilize your energy, and maintain healthy function in areas that depend on strong circulation. In a moment, I'll explain when to drink this combination for the best results, because timing matters. The body's nitric oxide production follows a daily rhythm, and knowing when to fuel it makes all the difference. Now that you know what to add to your coffee, the next question is, when should you drink it for the best results? Because timing matters more than most people realize. Our body's ability to produce nitric oxide, that molecule responsible for relaxing blood vessels, isn't constant throughout the day. It follows a rhythm. In the morning, nitric oxide levels are naturally lower because we've been asleep, breathing slower, and not moving much. That's why the first few hours after waking up are the perfect time to give your blood vessels a little wake-up call. By having your coffee with cocoa within the first hour after waking, you're helping your body restore blood flow, oxygen delivery, and metabolism right from the start of the day. Think of it as flipping on the circulation switch. If you walk outside for a few minutes after that, just a light stroll, or even standing in natural sunlight, you can take the benefits even further. Sunlight activates a compound in your skin that supports nitric oxide release. Combine that with the coffee, cocoa boost, and you've just created a natural, drug-free way to support your vascular system. Now, here's something interesting that science has uncovered. Your gut microbiome also plays a key role in how your body produces nitric oxide. The beneficial bacteria in your gut help convert plant compounds into bioactive molecules that support your blood vessels. So if you want the full benefit of this morning ritual, make sure your diet includes plenty of fiber-rich foods, leafy greens, berries, oats, and legumes. These feed your gut microbes, which in turn help your body use the cocoa flavonols more efficiently. Let's talk about consistency, too. The body's nitric oxide pathways respond best to regular stimulation, not occasional effort. If you add cocoa to your coffee every day for at least 203 weeks, you'll likely begin to notice subtle changes. Your hands and feet may feel warmer, your focus sharper, your stamina more steady throughout the day. These are signs that your circulation is improving from the inside out. And here's something many people overlook: hydration. Coffee, while beneficial, is also mildly diuretic, meaning it can make you lose fluids. So after you finish your morning coffee, drink a full glass of water. Hydrated blood flows more easily, and that enhances everything your nitric oxide is doing to keep your vessels open. You might be wondering, can you add anything else to this mix to make it even more powerful? The answer is yes, but it's all about moderation. For example, a small pinch of cinnamon can help regulate blood sugar, which protects the inner lining of your arteries. A few drops of extra virgin olive oil or a small splash of unsweetened almond milk can add healthy fats that support the absorption of antioxidants. Avoid adding sugar or artificial creamers. They do the opposite of what you want, increasing oxidative stress and damaging the very endothelial cells you're trying to protect. And if you're already active, this drink becomes even more effective. Movement, even light walking, helps circulate nitric oxide throughout your system. So if you can, have your cocoa mix before your morning activity, whether that's a short walk, yoga, or some stretching. What's happening inside your body at that moment is remarkable. Your vessels open, oxygen delivery improves, and your heart, brain, and muscles all function more efficiently. It's the kind of synergy that makes you feel younger, more alert, and more capable naturally. In the next part, we'll look at what happens long-term when you keep up this habit. You'll learn how this small morning change can influence aging, metabolism, and overall vitality, even into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Now let's talk about what happens when you make this coffee and cocoa habit a long-term part of your daily routine. You see, the most powerful effects of this combination don't just show up in the first few weeks. They compound over time. Because every time you nourish your blood vessels, you're actually triggering a process of cellular repair deep within your body. Inside your arteries, there's a thin layer of cells called the endothelium. These cells are responsible for producing nitric oxide, the molecule that helps your vessels open up and maintain smooth blood flow. But as we age, the endothelium becomes damaged by oxidative stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, and chronic inflammation. That's where the cocoa and coffee antioxidants come in. The flavonols in cocoa and the polyphenols in coffee act like shield bearers, protecting those delicate endothelial cells from damage while also encouraging them to regenerate. Research from Harvard University and the European Society of Cardiology has shown that people who consume cocoa flavonols regularly experience improved vascular function, even decades after the age where decline usually begins. Their arteries behave more like those of people 20 years younger. What that means for you is this: by protecting your blood vessels, you're not just improving circulation today. You're building a foundation for healthy aging. Better circulation means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood. Your brain gets more oxygen, which supports memory and focus. Your muscles recover faster after activity. And your metabolism, which tends to slow down with age, becomes more efficient because your cells are receiving nutrients more effectively. This is how science now understands aging, not as a single event, but as a gradual slowing of your body's repair systems. And when you feed those systems with the right compounds, you help your body repair faster than it breaks down. Another long-term benefit of this habit is its effect on mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. Cocoa flavonols and coffee polyphenols improve mitochondrial function, meaning your cells produce energy more efficiently. You'll likely feel it as more natural stamina throughout the day. Not the jittery kind that comes from caffeine, but steady, clean energy. Let's also talk about the heart. Studies show that daily cocoa flavanol intake helps lower blood pressure naturally by relaxing arterial walls and improving elasticity. This reduces the strain on your cardiovascular system, a key factor in maintaining vitality as the decades go by. Even your skin can benefit from improved blood flow and reduced oxidative stress. That natural glow people talk about. It's often just better circulation reaching the surface layers of the skin. But beyond all the science, there's something simple and powerful here: routine. The consistency of doing something small but meaningful for your health each morning builds momentum. And momentum is what keeps people thriving into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. So if you think about it, your morning coffee can be more than just a drink. It can be a signal to your body that says, we're still strong, we're still adaptable, and we're still capable of change. Because the truth is, aging isn't about decline, it's about adaptation. When you give your body the right information through nutrition, movement, and daily rituals like this, it knows exactly how to respond. And when it does, you start to feel a difference not just in your energy, but in your confidence and outlook on life. In the final part, we'll bring everything together. I'll show you how to make this habit sustainable, combine it with other natural circulation boosters, and keep your body's nitric oxide engine running strong for years to come. Now that you understand how something as simple as coffee with cocoa can help restore your circulation and vitality, let's bring it all together into a sustainable daily plan. One that keeps your nitric oxide levels high and your blood vessels functioning like they did decades ago. The first step is routine. Consistency beats intensity. When you make this coffee and cocoa a ritual part of your daily rhythm, you're telling your body, this is who I am now. Someone who supports their health from the inside out. Here's how to make it work. When you wake up in the morning, start with a glass of water. This rehydrates your system after sleep and helps your blood flow more easily. Then, about 15 to 30 minutes later, brew your coffee. Add 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, stir it in, and let it blend smoothly. If you'd like, add a pinch of cinnamon, a few drops of vanilla extract, or a small drizzle of unsweetened almond milk. These ingredients not only enhance flavor, but add additional antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. Sip it slowly. Let it be more than a drink. Make it a moment of mindfulness. Because stress, as small as it may seem, can constrict blood vessels and reduce nitric oxide production. Taking a few calm breaths while enjoying your coffee sets the tone for your day. After you finish, take a short 5-10 minute walk outdoors if you can. The combination of sunlight and light movement signals your body to release even more nitric oxide. It's like turning a simple morning into a mini therapy session for your circulation. Over time, this habit creates what I call a positive biological loop. The more you support your blood flow, the better your organs function, the more energy you feel, and the easier it becomes to maintain other healthy habits like eating well and staying active. Now, let's talk about what you can combine with this to make it even more powerful. Foods like beets, spinach, arugula, pomegranate, and citrus fruits are also rich in natural nitric oxide boosters. If you include even one of these in your lunch or dinner, you're extending the benefits of your morning routine into the rest of the day. Hydration is key, too. Water helps blood move more freely through your arteries. Aim to sip water throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. Sleep, often overlooked, plays a role here as well. During deep sleep, Your blood vessels repair themselves, your nitric oxide levels reset, and your hormones rebalance. So if you can protect your 78 hours of rest as carefully as you protect your diet, and if you ever miss a day, don't worry. What matters most is your average effort, not perfection. The body is forgiving when it knows you're supporting it regularly. The results may start subtly. Perhaps steadier energy in the afternoon or clearer thinking. But give it a few weeks and you'll likely notice something deeper, a quiet sense of strength returning, a feeling that your body is responding again. That's what happens when you nourish the systems that sustain life itself, your circulation, your heart, your cells. I always remind my patients and readers of this simple truth: your body wants to heal. It's designed to recover, to adapt, and to thrive, even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. All it needs are the right signals sent consistently. And your morning cup of coffee, enhanced with cocoa, can be one of those powerful, life-giving signals. So tomorrow morning, when you stir that spoonful of cocoa into your coffee, remember, you're not just making a beverage. You're giving your body permission to restore, renew, and reclaim its vitality from the inside out. And that's something worth toasting every single day.